Hello and welcome back. Good morning to all of you in Mumbai, in different part of the cities in India, and all of you those are overseas. You will be watching this video at some point of time or the other. In our series of law of attraction, vibrations, we've spoken a lot about how to bring yourself in alignment with rhythm, vibrations, energy, and frequency. What I'm going to take you through today is how to reduce anger. Anger is just one alphabet away from danger. We all agree, don't we? Great, super. So today we'll talk about how to reduce anger. A lot of us have this problem of fighting the anger within us. We fight small battles, we lose the ultimate war, and that ultimate war is our self-development, is our personal effectiveness, is our progress, is our growth, is our success. What's bigger to you, the small battles or the bigger outcome? We'll talk about that more in this video. So the first step I want to take you through in your endeavor to reduce anger is first to understand anger is a problem. Identify that it is first a problem. What do you do when you're angry? There's an old school of thought that says, move away, take a deep breath, and count from 1 to 10. I learned it that way many years ago when I was with the airlines and I was in customer service. And obviously in customer service, you're supposed to be smiling, you're supposed to be nice and goody. And I got angry. And that lesson that I got that evening stuck with me for life. My supervisor came to me and said just one thing. The damage that has been caused by you getting angry, think of how would you have handled the situation now that you finished getting angry. And I realized there was more than one method of how I would have been able to resolve it had I just been able to control that split second of anger which I had. So I'm giving you a very personal example. We all are human. We are no different from each other. But we have to identify with each other through our experiences. And that experiences has made me a better person. Today I don't get angry. Today I don't get upset. In fact, I laugh. And that makes the other person angry. So you see how I transfer it from myself to the other person? It's a trick. I'll teach you all that a little more when you come face to face. So the first thing, identify it's a problem. Understand it's a problem. Once you've understood it, then you know what you've got to do with it. The next step is monitor your anger. Now how do you do that? In a week, how many times did you get angry? 24 times? Maybe 25 times. So that's your threshold. Okay? Let's go into the next week. This time you monitor your anger. Every time you want to get angry, take a step back, count 1 to 10, take a deep breath. So you've avoided getting angry. You will notice your next week will be much lesser than 25. The anger meter is within you. How you control it is in your hands. Okay? So monitor your anger. Feel that anger. The way you were supposed to get angry to the opposite person, just feel the same way the opposite person would have got angry on you. How would you have felt? Was it a good experience? Was it a good situation to be in? I don't think so. So when we're angry, we go and rattle everything. We say things that are even not required. The intent is to hurt the person, to make her feel bad, make her feel shallow, low. So we say everything that's within our proximity, not realizing that the words that has left our mouth will not come back. Right? So let's be mindful about that. Allow somebody to take a video of you when you're getting angry. Watch yourself getting angry. Watch your body language when you're getting angry. Watch your action, your gestures when you're getting angry. Is it something that you want to watch? Is that a video you want to upload on YouTube? Is that a video you want to go and show your children, your spouse, your partner, your significant someone? No. Then why get angry? It's such a waste of emotions. Channelize that anger. Hit the gym. Get those shoulders out. Get that chest nice and 44. Get your arms, get your biceps. Read a book. Do velocity reading. Do speed reading. See if you can complete a book within 5 hours. Channelize that anger. Have a swim. Play a sport. Play squash. Play tennis. Do something. Channelize that anger. Because when you channelize that anger, you bring more meaning into that event which you are doing, rather than getting angry, spoiling your peace of mind, spoiling a relationship with someone, and more importantly, spoiling your credibility, spoiling your character. There's an old saying, money lost, nothing lost. Love lost, nothing lost. Character lost, everything lost. So be mindful about these things. I'm sure it's all there at the back of your mind. And I tell you, you are intelligent people watching this video. Use it. So, watch yourself getting angry. You will not like that. Look after yourself. Look after yourself in terms of emotions. Look after yourself in terms of body language. Look after yourself in terms of how you maintain your social relationships. If you've hurt someone, which we all do, we are only human to error, have the courage to go and apologize. Say, I'm sorry. Because when you say you're sorry, you're not apologizing because you are wrong. You're not apologizing because you have an ego. You are apologizing because you value the person. You value the person holistically. And when you say, I am sorry, please forgive me, these words come from your heart. And the opposite person, however nasty, however angry, will come to a state to forgive you. Because you have asked for forgiveness. And when you ask for forgiveness, you are humbled. That's more important. Getting angry, is it even worth it? You think so? Brownie points, score 1 love, so you try to make it 1-all, and then he makes it 2-1. Even a table tennis game has a game of 21. But this game of anger can go on forever. Do you want to play it? Sure not. You have better things to do in life. Okay? So, I don't feel anger is worth it. I'm sure you feel the same. So I'll take you to the next point. Empathize. Empathy is a very great attribute today. The more you empathize with people, the more you're drawn closer, the more strong is your relationship, the more valued you feel. Why? Because you value the relationship that you have with the opposite person. And the more you're showing empathy, it is very clear that you care. There's nothing more better than showing empathy. So I would urge each one of you watching this video, just practice empathy. Start today, now, tomorrow, but make a start. So empathy is another point that I'd like to highlight in terms of how you can control your anger. Before you get angry on somebody, do you have your facts? Do you have your data with you? Just getting angry because you have a loud voice and you're slightly bigger than the other person does not mean necessarily you are right. And when you have your facts and data with you, and then you sort of get angry or disturbed, then the other person understands. But just getting angry for no rhyme or reason to prove a point, and this to prove a point is something that we all are so obsessed with today. We're so obsessed. We just want to prove a point. I just want to show you how damn silly I am than you. My friend comes and tells me, Arthur, I've had a tough day at work today. Really? You have no idea what kind of a day I've been going through. We are only trying to prove to the other how foolish, how sillier I am than you. And our whole day goes on. What are you talking? My day was so bad. Really? Let me tell you about my day. My day was even worse. So we're only trying to prove ourselves. Prove ourselves how sillier and foolish we are than the other person. Is it worth it? Think about it. In the corporates, we've always had this difference of opinion. And I come from the contact centers, which is, huge open spaces. I've been very fortunate to be in the contact centers very early in my career. So I was fortunate to see those huge open spaces where from one corner you could see the other end. And that's quite a walk because, half of my staff after lunch, they used to walk in the aisle because that was a good way to digest and, feel better and get their metabolism in place and immune system back to square one. And there would be a lot of these difference of opinions which transcended into arguments. And sometimes those arguments would be right on the floor in absolute, in front of all your executives. And your executives would see, oh God, team leaders, managers having a clash of the titans. So it struck me. Because I traveled overseas and saw a lot of these offices out there. They had something called a war room. So I told my admin, I said, I need an initial room which is glass, and I want to call it the war room. So at first people they laughed me out. They didn't even know what I was saying. The war room, I had to explain. I had a meeting to explain why the war room and all that. But eventually they gave in to my request, and that war room came into place. And I told anyone and everyone, you want to argue? Go in there, not on the floor. Step out from your normal zone, not in full visibility of your operations floor where people are privy to what your issues are. Appreciate in public, feedback in private. That's the school of thought I came from. So I told people, go into the war room, use it effectively. Step into the war room to disagree. But when you step out, both of you must agree. That was the rule. Both of you step out in agreement. Now there should be no disagreement. And that proved well. So a lot of these things helped. And I did from very early of my contact center. Later I saw a lot of these corporates then prolific in their war room distributions. So I'm happy to have practiced that somewhere in my career. I also used to have something called a punching bag. Now, I tried to have a full-fledged gym, But just managed a few weights and a barbell and a little bit of pulley here and there. But I ensured there was a punching bag, and I told people, instead of flooring yourself with profanities, abusive language, flowery language, that's the punching bag. Go punch it. You put whoever you imagine that to be the face of someone or whoever you want to, and get all of that out. I'll tell you the reason why I put that punching bag. You'll find it very funny. A lot of people whom I knew, if I talk about the men, they would go and punch the wall and they would hurt their knuckles. It would bleed. They would injure themselves. Or they would hit their head to the wall. And that was even worse. The women, out of sheer anger, at home or with their personal life, would either slit their arm or slit their wrist. And that was very scary. And I would ask somebody, I said, why so many marks? She said, those are signature campaigns. And I was so intrigued that I couldn't ask the next question. While all of you there are smiling and laughing, I can't, because that was a dear friend of mine. And she said, that's a signature campaign. So I left it at that. When you introduce the punching bag, all that went it at the punching bag, and their lives became so much more better, because now they didn't have to go and do those things which were being done earlier. Okay, so that's the punching bag. Play a sport. Like I said earlier in this video, when you're angry, play a sport. Go swim, jog a mile, play squash, badminton, tennis. Do something. Keep your body moving. When you keep your body moving and deviate it from that state of anger, you'll be more productive. You will be more successful. You will keep progressing. On that very positive note, friends, thank you for watching this video. I will be coming back with more videos for you, for your benefit, for your knowledge. Do subscribe, click the icon bell, and leave your comments of how we can make this so beautiful. I'm looking forward to your comments. And you can also visit the website www.360degreessolutions.com, or leave me an email at arthur@360degreessolutions.com, and we'll see how we can make this better place. I hope you liked the video, and go conquer, you awesome and wonderful people, because now I believe you truly deserve it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around.